Hey, what's up, guys? Today on People Now.
Hello, Facebook Live.
We are taking you inside People's new issue with exclusive new details about Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds' mother-daughter relationship.
I want to challenge Lamar. Okay, it's not done. You know, this is the beginning of your new life.
Dr. Travis Stork opens up to me about helping Lamar Odom fight his addictions.
I actually forgave that person who actually hurt me when I was younger.
Amy Duggar King tells me about physical abuse she says she suffered at the hands of a family member.
We've got an exclusive sneak peek. It's headed your way from my 600-pound life.
Plus,
Hi, I'm Julianne Hough.
And I'm Derek Hough.
And this is our People Now Confess Sesh.
Say what? We're finding out all kinds of secrets about this famous brother and sister.
I like when you get dorky and silly where you're just like.
hey, good morning, guys. We are streaming live on People.com and Facebook Live. Welcome to the show. We're glad to see you. Glad to have you here. We have, of course, lots of celebrity news to get to. We are kicking things off with the most epic Twitter feud so far in 2017. I think we'll all agree it's between Wendy's and a dissatisfied customer. Lots of people talking about this. Here's how it all started. If you haven't heard, Wendy's tweeted this: "Our beef is way too cool to ever be frozen." A little cheesy, but clever. And of course, the sunglass-wearing smile emoji there just to punctuate the whole thing. Then a Twitter user named @NHRide responded, "Your beef is frozen and we all know it. Y'all know we laugh at your slogan, fresh never frozen, right? Like, you're really a joke." Well, Wendy's was not going to have that. They threw back some shade. They went back and forth. The feud ended with @NHRide tweeting, "Wendy's, y'all should give up. McDonald's got you guys beat with the dope blank breakfast." Wendy's went back hard and strong with, "You don't have to bring them into this just because you forgot refrigerators existed for a second there." Boom. Drop the mic. Oh, can you? Okay, this is epic.
I was wondering where it was going to go, and I feel like with that last tweet, Wendy's really just kind of nailed it on the head.
The snark from whoever's running Wendy's account is unbelievable, getting a lot of attention.
I know, who is it?
Who is it? It's Wendy.
But then the other account, he deleted his account, right? He couldn't take the heat.
The dude deleted, could not take the heat. Anyway, we want you. Yeah, that's right. He got shamed. When you get shamed by Wendy's, you just disappear from Twitter.
I'm so mad I missed this last night.
Oh my God. So we want you to sound off, guys. Sound off on the Wendy's feud today. On Facebook Live, we're going to share some of the best comments in just a couple minutes. I know that Wendy's JBC, that's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, those runs kept me alive through
and you were
college.
talking about that before.
My
You
late
are
night
a
college.
big fan. Big fan.
Wendy's is responsible for me making it through college because of those late night
Really?
JBC runs. Yes. Anyway, I'm Team Wendy's all the way. We're going to talk more about that. We want to hear from you. Let's move on to this. Lots to get to. Here's what you need to know and what's trending today. This week's People giving an inside look into the heartbreaking loss and incredible lives of Debbie Reynolds and daughter Carrie Fisher. A source confirming to People that a memorial will be held for the Hollywood legends on Thursday, followed by the burial on Friday. The ultra-private service, as it's being called, is set to take place at Fisher and Reynolds' Beverly Hills compound, where the mother-daughter pair were next-door neighbors. The women were a constant presence in each other's daily lives and will be featured in the documentary Bright Lights, starring Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds, that premieres on HBO this weekend. The doc's directors, Fisher Stevens and Alexis Bloom, telling People at the one end of the family compound lived Debbie Reynolds, star of Singin' in the Rain, with Dorothy's red slippers from The Wizard of Oz on the mantelpiece. Adjacent was Princess Leia in a house where Betty Davis once lived. You don't get more Hollywood royalty than that. Storytelling magic lived around them. Can't wait to see that documentary. According to Reynolds' son and Fisher's younger brother, Todd Fisher, his mother and sister will be buried among friends, including Betty Davis and Liberace. Andrea.
All right, well, Lamar Odom, the former NBA player and ex-husband of Khloe Kardashian, made headlines after opening up in his first sit-down interview since his hospitalization for a drug overdose back in October of 2015. Lamar, who spoke with one of the hosts of The Doctors, Dr. Travis Stork, filmed the interview before checking himself into a 30-day rehab program. Well, so far, Lamar seems to be doing well, posting this New Year's Instagram with his two children, Destiny Odom and Lamar Odom Jr. Although he has not yet completed treatment, Lamar is scheduled to sit down with Dr. Travis Stork again following his discharge. Well, I just sat down with Dr. Travis and got the scoop about what he thought of Lamar's current state and what the future may hold for him post-rehab. Take a look.
He's doing, by all reports, doing well, but again, during this time, I'm letting him have his privacy. He can tell the world what he wants to tell them and what via Instagram and whatnot, but then we're gonna, once he's out, we'll really delve into what this time in treatment was like. Because the truth is, when you're in treatment, while you're in the midst of treatment, it doesn't mean you're well. It doesn't mean you're there. It doesn't mean that you're at a point where you really want to delve into, well, hey, this is going great, or this, because until you're done, and you're never really done if you're dealing with abuse or addiction, it's something you'll deal with your whole life. But if you don't give 100% of your effort, if Lamar doesn't give 100% of what he has to this, then he's more likely to fail. And so that's really our focus.
When you speak to him again after his recovery, what is the number one question you really want to ask him?
You know, at this stage, we've talked so much, he and I, about the past. I think that the main question I'll press him on this, is what's he going to do going forward? And look, and this involves all elements of his life, because the last thing that he can do is fall back into the trap where he's surrounded by all these people, but he's alone and dealing with demons. And I think that it's important. I'll be very interested to see what he has as his game plan to stay sober going forward, and just to stay healthy emotionally and physically. You know, it's not just about that time you're in treatment, it's about, okay, what am I going to do once I'm out? And so I'm gonna focus on that, because I wanna challenge Lamar, okay, it's not done. You know, this is the beginning of your new life. And I think that it's important, and I'm a champion for Lamar. You know, I want him to do well, because he's a good person, and he's got a really good heart. And you can tell the way he treats others. His mom told him to treat everyone nice, and you can see that's exactly what he does.
Well, some great stuff there. I know we are all pulling for Lamar as well. Well, and since entering the 30-day rehabilitation program, the former NBA player has received even more buzz with recent reports that he will star in a new reality series. The show, set to air sometime this year, would focus solely on Lamar's life and journey to recovery. So I wanted to get Dr. Travis's take on the news and ask, is re-entering the spotlight really the best thing for a recovering addict? Well, here's what he told me.
The spotlight can be either good or bad. And as I said before, if Lamar can share his story of recovery in a positive way that's good for him and good for his family, then do it. If that's not the case, then no. It's all about how you allow these things to play into your life. No one can equate their life and their experiences, and if they have a reality TV show and what that means to them. And I think with Lamar, getting back to him and his focus, it has to be on his health and his well-being and his family. And if there is an element of a reality show woven into that, again, that's his choice. It just needs to be done in a way that's authentic to him. And if that is the case, and other people can learn from it, and it helps him, then who are we to judge?
Yeah.
Sister Wives Mariah Brown is exclusively opening up in this week's People about her decision to come out to her family, and is revealing how they all responded to the news with unconditional love. As you may know, TLC's Sister Wives is about fundamentalist Mormon polygamists, making the family famous not only for their unconventional relationships, but also for its adherence to very strict religious beliefs. And although homosexuality is not accepted in Brown's Mormon fundamentalist faith, that's not stopping all 22 members of the Nevada clan, stopping them from embracing Mariah with open arms. Mariah's mom, Mary Brown, telling People, quote, "I'm so proud of her for having the strength," and her mother, through polygamy, Janelle, saying, "We're just happy she's figured out who she is. It's tremendous when you see a kid do that." And although Mariah is incredibly proud of who she is today, she tells People it was a struggle coming to terms with her sexuality. She said this, "I remember being in church and they talked about how being gay was bad, but none of that came from my parents. It was from church and the people I was around." She goes on to say, "People say they try to pray away the gay, but I wouldn't even let myself think the word. I just wouldn't even go there." Mariah admits that her inner turmoil took a toll. She started suffering panic attacks, revealing she also became a self-proclaimed homophobe, telling People, "It was something I was so scared of in myself. If you were to ask me my biggest fear, it would have been to be gay." The Brown parents tell People that with 18 children among them, they knew that by sheer numbers they might have gay children, but as parents, their policy has always been one of tolerance. Cody, Mariah's dad and patriarch of the family, opens up to People saying, "I thought about this years ago, and I made a decision. My job as a dad is to love and respect and not to judge." Mariah now hopes her story can help others in her position, telling People, "I don't want people to feel how I felt. Not everyone will accept you, but you deserve to be happy, and I want them to know it's okay." What a great story. And for the full story, you can pick up People on newsstands Friday. All right, guys, back to Wendy's epic Twitter feud that we cannot
Back
stop
at
talking
it.
about, and we know you can't either. In case you missed it, the fast food chain and Twitter user at NHRide had some beef over whether or not their beef is frozen. You see that?
Yeah,
Their feud concluded with at NHRide tweeting this: Wendy's, y'all should give up. McDonald's got you guys beat with the dope blank breakfast.
Oh, snap.
Well, snap. Wendy's saying this: you don't have to bring them into this just because you forgot refrigerators existed for a second there. Boom, drop the mic. I can't stop saying that. Our viewers cannot get enough of this Twitter feud, have a lot of thoughts about this. Karen saying, who cares? I like frozen frosting.
Good. That's a very good point,
Very good
actually,
point.
Karen.
And dipping the Wendy's fries in the frosting, also fantastic. And moving on to a different topic there. But wait, by the way, have you done the fries and the frosting?
I haven't.
The frosting?
No, not really. I'm sorry.
Better days await. All right, and topic from some of our other headlines. Kim said, so sad about Carrie and Debbie. Of course, that's a story that people continue to talk about.
Because I love Debbie Reynolds in all of her Tammy movies.
Yep.
And on Lamar Odom's recovery, Melissa says, Lamar, I have faith in you. You can do this. I'm praying for you. Remember, take it one day at a time.
Yeah, right. And of course, the Debbie Reynolds, Carrie Fisher story. Lots about that in this week's issue of People, so people can read up more on that. And Andrea, back to the headlines. You have even more trending news. Believe it or not, there's more to talk about than Wendy's Twitter feud.
Jeremy. Well, the new year is already off to a great start for Real Housewives of New York City star LuAnn de Lesseps, who traded in her Countess title by tying the knot with Tom D'Agostino. And this week's People brings us inside LuAnn's big day. The New Year's Eve wedding was a lavish, modern chic outdoor ceremony in Palm Beach, Florida that took place on the groom's birthday. With 250 guests in attendance, LuAnn stunned in a Randy Rom couture gown and gushed to people about it being one of the best days of her life. De Lesseps' daughter was the flower girl, and her son served as the ring bearer. LuAnn went all out for this wedding. The tables were overflowing with candles and flowers. A Marilyn Monroe impersonator popped out of a huge cake, serenading her husband Tom. That's amazing. And guests were treated to tequila shots and a mariachi band at midnight. Even more amazing. And what would a housewife wedding be without some fellow housewives to join in on the fun? Brenda Medley, Cynthia Bailey, and Marisol Patton were just some of the fellow housewives there to share in LuAnn's special day. And Tom raved over his new wife, telling people, LuAnn put her heart and soul into this, and it really shows. I've never been happier, and I couldn't wish for a better birthday present than marrying LuAnn. And LuAnn is head over heels for her husband, saying, when Tom walks into a room, my heart skips a beat. I'm so proud to be his wife. I love that. All right, moving on to this. The 5th season of My 600-Pound Life airs tonight on TLC. The show tells the story of 50 new brave journeys from people about finding happiness and health as they make the courageous decision to undergo gastric bypass surgery. And tonight's premiere episode features the heart-wrenching backstory of identical 29-year-old twin sisters raised by alcoholics who are now codependent with their food addiction.
Things look like they are going to be intense this season on Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars when it premieres Friday, January 6th on WeTV. It's our Toyota People Pick of the Day today. So when two of the stars, Amy Duggar King and Dylan King, stopped by People Now Studios, I asked them all about that scene from the show's teaser trailer. Got a lot of attention of Amy describing alleged physical abuse. She reveals it was someone close to her, but not her husband Dylan. Watch what she says.
I can't say who it is, but I can say that on the show, I did forgive them. And it was like a heart moment, you know, a very heartfelt moment where I was like, I actually forgave that person who actually hurt me when I was younger. So it was a family member. I love the person very much, and we're better now, but I did need to heal from that.
Sure, and so obviously that's a very serious thing, and so it isn't that, it did happen.
It did happen.
Wasn't Dylan at all.
It just wasn't Dylan. So when you're on the show, it is therapy. And so they bring up things and you start feeling things that you forget cameras are there. You know, so I mention things about family or whatever that hurt me growing up, and then here you go, it's on camera for the whole world to see.
So Dylan, when you hear that, when you know that about your wife, something like that's happened, how does that make you feel? What's your response to that revelation?
We were separated at that time, so I didn't even know that happened.
That's what I was going to ask. Was that the first time you had even heard of it while you were?
Well, I kind of knew, because we had talked before, she kind of mentioned it, but I didn't know as to what, you know, how extensive it got and, you know, how descriptive or anything else. And then this, you know, just a bomb dropped on us.
Yeah,
so.
for you and
for me and
the whole
her.
thing.
Yeah, we got hate mail and all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was.
That's pretty intense.
It was crazy.
Exploded.
Yeah.
People were like, Amy, run away from him, divorce him now. If he's gonna abuse you, you don't need
you're like,
that.
it wasn't
and I'm
him.
like, like it
You're like,
wasn't
sorry,
my
guys.
husband.
All right, guys, stay with us and keep those comments coming on Facebook Live. We are getting to more of them in just a few minutes. But first, wait until you hear which big star made Derek Hough starstruck. You'll never guess who it is. Plus, Paris Jackson's sweet shout out to her mom, Debbie Rowe. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
Hi, I'm Julianne Hough.
And I'm Derek Hough.
And this is our People Now Confess Sesh.
Boom. What's one thing you've done that's most embarrassing?
Most embarrassing?
Yeah.
I'm dropping my partner live on television for my first season of Dance with the Stars.
Jenny Garth.
Jenny Garth dropped her, and I remember like the viewer were like, they were like, can't believe that boy dropped her. And I was like,
Aww. Last time you were starstruck, right?
Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Denzel Washington. He came into we were doing hairspray rehearsals, and he just walked in. Actually, I didn't recognize him. He was like in a plaid shirt, and I'm like, who's this guy? Just walked in, and then we were like, oh, Denzel Washington. And he just talked to us for like an hour and a half about like acting and directing, and about philosophies of life and stuff. It was like the coolest thing ever, and it was awesome.
That's awesome.
So Denzel, the one thing Julianne Derek does that will.
I do.
Wait.
That will always make you laugh. What's the one thing I do that will always make you laugh?
Oh, you always make me laugh. I like when you get dorky and silly, where you're just like, and you do weird dances.
I do. I like little voices. Hey.
She's just like, and weird dances.
Oh yeah, the one that you posted.
Yeah, I was laughing. That was good. That was a good day.
I'm a freak.
When she gets delirious.
Delirious. Delirious, not notorious. Okay, the funniest headline I ever read about myself.
Oh, funniest one? Probably the funny ones are when they're just like so not true.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what?
I don't know if it was really a headline, but there was something saying that like I only had orange juice for breakfast or something like that. And that was my diet, and so like everybody has to eat or just drink orange juice, and that's how you like stay healthy.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's not right.
Who's your all-time celebrity crush? All-time?
All-time celebrity crush.
I don't know who my all-time celebrity crush is, but I do have to say, I do find Sophia Bush, like she's just so cute. She's got that face. I just love that face. Yeah.
Nice.
Julianne, it's been a pleasure.
Nice to meet you, D.
You know,
What?
good one. Should we do your random awkward dance off?
Yeah, sure. It's that time again. The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Tracks. So take some notes, Nick. Former Bachelorette star Ashley Rosenbaum is showing us all just how sweet life can be after the final rose in this week's issue of People. The pediatric dentist and mom of two opens up about life with her new bundle of joy, baby girl Essex Reese Rosenbaum, born exactly 2 months ago on November 4th in Miami. Essex, who goes by Essie for short, already has a full head of thick, dark hair, as well as an adorable sidekick, 2-year-old big brother Ford. Ashley and hubby JP, who met on season 7 of The Bachelorette, admit that juggling a 2-year-old and a 2-month-old is not always easy, but the former reality star admits she was more than happy to welcome a little girl to the family. She tells People, I was thinking about tutus and sparkles. I was excited to get shopping. I have a little doll, and I've danced my whole life, so as soon as she's walking, she'll be in ballet shoes. That's what I daydream about. And how does Dad feel about welcoming his first daughter? Well, turns out a bit nervous. JP posted this adorable pic after Essie's birth, captioning the photo, Day 2 nearly over and hopefully headed home soon, where my perpetual fear of future boyfriends begins. Very cute. Well, despite those future boyfriend fears, Ashley admits Essie already has her dad wrapped around her finger, telling people JP is smitten with Essie. We're very happy with our cute little family. I feel this sense of completeness. The four of us are ready to take on life together. Well, congratulations to Ashley and JP. And for more on baby Essie and this super cute couple, pick up your issue of People on newsstands everywhere Friday. All right, guys, moving on to some more feel-good news. Paris Jackson's mother, Debbie Rowe, has completed her chemotherapy treatment. The 18-year-old daughter of the late Michael Jackson posted this pic on Instagram of Debbie holding a sign saying chemo done with the caption, "My badass mom, kicking butt and taking names. Ain't she bleeping fabulous?" Well, Debbie was married to the late King of Pop from 1996 to 1999, and they had 2 kids together, Paris and Prince Michael. A former dermatology nurse, Debbie was diagnosed with breast cancer back in July, but she has not been alone in the fight. Daughter Paris has been by her side throughout her entire cancer battle. Rowe told Entertainment Tonight back in October that, quote, "Paris is my rock. She's amazing. She's been with me the whole time. She was there. First phone call, it took her 30 seconds to reach out when she found out." Paris previously posted this sweet pic kissing her mom's head on Instagram, captioning the photo, "I'm a fighter because she's a fighter. Love you, Mom." Well, very sweet and great to see Debbie doing well and on her way to a full recovery. Now moving on to some baby updates. Could baby Chmerkovskiy finally be on his way? Well, we are thinking a definite yes. Maksim Chmerkovskiy posted this hilarious pic on Instagram Monday morning, which shows fiancé Peta Murgatroyd applying some mascara in her hospital bed before the arrival of her baby boy. Hey, you gotta look good for all those mommy baby photos, right? Well, an hour earlier, the 36-year-old dad-to-be posted this video of what seems to be the couple driving to the hospital, either late at night or in the early morning hours. And the couple, who got engaged back in 2015 after dating on and off for 3 years, began their romance on Dancing with the Stars. But don't expect to see either dancers returning for season 24, as the couple will be taking some time off to hang out with their new little buddy. Maksim previously told People back in October how blessed he feels to be able to take paternity leave, saying, "I come from a dirt-broke family. I just started to be able to afford things in 2005 when Dancing with the Stars started. For me to be able to take time off in this way, to have what we have to enjoy and be proud of, that's anybody's dream." Well, we are so excited for their baby boy to finally arrive. So congrats to the happy couple, and stay on People.com for all the latest updates on this story. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift, and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Huge personalities on this season.
Yes.
So what was it like working with Snooki and Vince Neil?
At one point, I'm in a van listening to Boy George and Vince Neil come up with a song. This is Boy George and the lead singer of Motley Crue, and I'm just watching them going like, this is high school. Their music, I've listened to it for decades, and just listening to them sing, and I'm kind of chiming in like, you know, I got some suggestions, guys. It was amazing. Carson Kressley's amazing. All of them. I think you're surprised at the other skills that a lot of these people have that you're not aware of. Ricky Williams is a guy I think people are going to really be impressed with. He's a guy, as a football player, who obviously had his run-ins with marijuana use, who has an incredible business mind. I think it's fun for all of us to get to show different sides of ourselves on the show.
Yeah, but I want to know who clashed the most, because I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that.
That's what's interesting, is it's really hard to know when you're in it. Like I felt like I didn't see, the conflict that went on felt like it resolved quickly. I will say there may have been some divisions in the teams, and the team I was not on, I felt like there was more strife in the other team. But they may say the same thing about us. I don't know. I could be the jackass. Maybe I'm the one who was the problem child.
Okay, love Matt Eisman.
I know, he was great.
Yeah, this
great
season,
impersonations, too, of Arnold.
Yeah, this season's going to be really good. All right, more Facebook comments for you from Facebook Live.
Yes,
we love that you're watching.
thank
Jill
you.
writing, wow, I hope LuAnn isn't disappointed. Tom better treat her right.
Wow, just
Some
right off the bat.
Like skeptical. I think she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, and the wedding was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
What's happening?
Tisha writes, my chiropractor was the Huff's uncle.
What?
Okay.
Tell him good job on the back. I'm assuming he did their back work.
I mean,
I would think that doing the dances that they do,
Probably-
a chiropractor is probably key. right? It
Yes.
seems
Also,
right.
shout out to Melanie in Oklahoma.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie. Thanks for watching.
Hector wrote this. I love you guys, and he's referring to the Houghs, not us. Andrew.
How do you know?
I'm just.
How do you know? Well, Deborah wrote, you two always seem to get along. Tell us your secret for sibling happiness.
Also, I believe for the Houghs. And
They do really get along, though. Those two are, they're best friends.
You know what I
which is
think
really
their
cool.
secret is? I'm going to tell you what their secret is.
What's their secret?
Based on what we experienced
Yeah.
with them. I think they fight well.
Yes.
Because they disagree well. You know, they had their like he's living with her right now.
Yeah, and
he
had a party there.
Yeah,
and
he didn't clean up and stuff. But it seems like they like air their differences, but they still
They have a lot of love.
A lot of love.
Yes.
I don't know if that's really their secret, but there you go. A shout out to Sarah and Mariella.
Yes.
Hi.
Thank you for watching. All the way from Trinidad.
Trinidad. Hello. Take me there, please.
Kim from Michigan. Oh, Midwest.
Oh,
I like
Midwest
that a
in the
lot.
house.
Midwest in the house.
Michigan and someone from Texas. I mean, Texas. Okay, listen.
Julie from Texas.
Julie from
Hi,
Texas.
Julie.
Some of my best friends moved to Texas, and I want to go there. Basically, Austin. And we're getting this literally in the feed. Someone just wrote. Who was it?
Tisha.
Tisha wrote the Houghs' other uncle owns a mattress
She
store.
knows a lot about the house.
Wow, we're getting the full.
Tisha,
the
we need to have you on the show and just talk all about the.
We are feeling love from Facebook. The full Derek Julianne Hough family tree breakdown and all their
We're
occupations.
getting the inside scoop just in these Facebook comments. I love it.
Who knows if
And
it's
Karen,
true?
Karen writes, "Love you too." Again, referring to the Hough.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be back tomorrow.
We'll be back tomorrow, guys.
It's all your tidbits on the Houghs and anyway.
Yeah. We'll be live on Facebook Live at 8:30 a.m. right here, so be sure
Just
to join
thanks
us
for tuning
then.
in. We love the comments, so
Yeah.
keep them coming.
Thank you so much. Coming up tomorrow, here's what you're going to get. We have even more from Duggar, Amy Duggar King and her husband Dylan King, talking about having a baby. What's in the works for that? What are the plans? We get to all of it. Plus, we're getting in sync with Lance Bass with a fun game you don't want to miss.
Love
The
Lance
guy's
Bass.
fun. He's
I know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comments as well. And for now, we leave you with one last thing from Fuller House stars Candace Cameron Bure, Andrea Barber, and Jodie Sweetin. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Andrea Barber.
And I'm Candace Cameron Bure.
I'm Jodie Sweetin. and this is One Last Thing.
The last movie that made me cry, was Me Before You. The guy in the paraplegic who falls in love with his caretaker. Nobody's seen that?
no,
It was
sorry.
very sweet.
The last song that was stuck in my head. I had to. Oh gosh. No, I had to have yourself a merry little Christmas in my head this morning, like the Bing Crosby. Have yourself a. I don't know why. In the shower, I couldn't get it out.
Song though.
It was great.
Yeah. Okay.
For the first
Good
5
times.
minutes. My last big splurge. Golden Goose tennis shoes.
Jodie and I bought them
In
together.
Japan, yeah. It was, we
Pretty
got
epic.
so excited and we went on a little shopping. And then we went and got little foot massages in Japan.
Yeah.
So we treated our feet.
Yes.
And I just bought lots of candy in Japan. Little sushi candy. It's so cute.
Yeah.